Welcome back to Creating True Financial Independence. It's time for us to look at the cash envelope system. This is the system for budgeting all of your discretionary spending. So if you get to decide how much you spend, then you use it and you spend it in cash, and you spend it from your cash envelope system. So if you remember from when we were doing the budget example, we budgeted $300 for groceries, $90 for gasoline, $50 a month for restaurants, $20 for gifts, $100 miscellaneous, $98 for spending, and $150 for entertainment. Well, this is all discretionary spending. You get to choose how much you spend each month. And as you go through your budget, you may have more or less things, categories where you get to decide how much you spend. You might not have $150 for entertainment. You might have $20 for entertainment. Your budget will look like your budget. And this is just an example, and you shouldn't try and use these numbers for your budget. Use what's realistic and appropriate for you and your budget. So what you'll do is, for example, for groceries, I will send you Momentum cash envelopes, and you can use those. You can also use a regular envelope. You can see that I've written on there where it says cash for, I wrote in groceries, and this is a grocery envelope. So you put your $300 grocery money in there. Now remember that you're taking that money out, $150 when you get your paycheck on the first of the month, and $150 when you get your paycheck on the second of the month. So you're actually putting $150 in there each time. So a note of caution on that, on the envelope, on a couple of things. One is, make sure that you and your partner are spending that money that's in the envelopes in the appropriate category. So you can look at things like entertainment and restaurants. Well, is it entertainment to go out to restaurants? Is restaurant entertainment? That's becomes somewhat fluid. But you'll want to have a discussion about, do you borrow money out of the grocery envelope for other things? The rule in our household is no. Grocery money is grocery money. And if you're single and you don't have a partner, then you get to decide how you spend that, and you get to live with the consequences of your choices. But you need to have a conversation with your partner if you're in relationship with someone else and you're sharing the cash envelope system. The one place that doesn't apply is spending money. You each get your own spending money. So that $98 a month for spending money gets divided in half. So you each get $49 spending money a month in this example, and you would get half. You probably would get half out of one paycheck and half out of another. So you'd have to break that up and say, we're going to go ahead and break that $49 into $25 out of one paycheck and $24 out of another. But you work that out yourself in whatever system works best for you. The next piece that I want to talk about is a piece from my experience. So the first time I went and got money for our cash envelope system, I got all 20s. And then I got home and realized I was going to have problems getting the money into the envelopes in the appropriate amounts, because you need to ask for specific amounts. So the way I do this is I look at our budget, I decide what we need for envelope money, and then I decide how to break that down. So $300 for groceries, I'd probably break that all into 20s. So that's 15 20s. Gasoline, probably 20s and 2 5s. Look at putting $45 in the tank every 2 weeks. Restaurants, I'd probably get 10s. It's easier to divide up, like, well, I'm going to have lunch out, so here's $10. We're going to go out to dinner tonight for something inexpensive. Here's 2 10s. We'll take $20. For miscellaneous, just break it into 20s. Spending money, you can see that you have to break that down into 20s, 2 5s, and 8 1s. And so you have to begin to balance that out. And so when you ask for your cash back when you're getting envelope money, you'll want to be very specific. So you can say, I want this many 20s, this many 10s, this many 5s, this many 1s. And that'll allow you to put it into the in the particular envelopes in the particular order. So that's the cash envelope system. Lots of times people ask me, or they'll say, hey, my grandmother had cash envelopes, and that seems kind of old-fashioned. Yep, kind of old-fashioned. And I always ask, was your grandmother broke? And inevitably I get the answer, no, she always had lots of money. She's doing great. She did wonderfully. Exactly. The cash envelope system is what allows us to get away from the credit cards and to spend consciously so that we know exactly what's going on. The other thing people will ask me about the cash envelope system is, should I keep track of how much I spent out of the envelope and how much I put out into the envelope? And my answer to that is no. I did that for a while, and then I realized that sometimes my math calculation would say there should be $60 and there was 40, or it would say there should be 40 and there was 60, and I realized that whatever's in the envelope is in the envelope, and I didn't really need to deal with my miscalculation or my not remembering I had taken $20 to do something. So long as you're spending in integrity with the purpose of the envelope, there's no need to worry about that.